For this assignment, I had you do a screen recording. Um, this basically just means that I want you to share your screen through a video on your computer of showing me how to do something. It could be something that um, some kind of hobby, something pertains to like a hobby you like, or dealing with music in iTunes, or shortcuts on the web, how to set up email on a Mac. It could be a lot of different things. Um, for this part, I'm just going to show you an example of something that I would do personally. Um, for yours, I would say maybe make it at least around 5 minutes or so. But for this, I'm going to show you some of the basics of Apple Maps, um, application that's built into Macs of all sorts. So let's go ahead and open that up. And that opens up. And so normally you would start out with a look at the country. One really cool feature of maps is the little arrow in the top left corner. You can click that and it'll zoom in anywhere that you are and find your exact location. So because I'm there we go. So you click it and it'll zoom in right where you are at the moment. It'll zoom it. You can be anywhere on the globe with this. So I'm here right beside campus and at Appalachian, but you could be anywhere in the world on maps. You could be here. You could be over Korea, and you hit that and it'll take you right back to where you are. So that's one of my favorite quick features about or part of Apple Maps. Um, Another thing that I like is you can do directions. So if you're looking for a certain location, you can start at your current location. Say I want to go to Atlanta, Georgia. You select Atlanta, and it'll map out your route. Um, So if I go, it automatically gives you the shortest route. So if that one is highlighted in dark blue, so that would be a 5 hour drive. There's another option that takes you through Asheville that adds around 10 minutes. And then there's another option that loops you around Tennessee, and that takes you 6 hours and 7 minutes. So it adds like a whole nother hour. So you can do that. It'll tell you the time, the amount of time it'll take you to drive, walk, which in this case it would take almost 4 days, and then transit's not available because that's dealing mainly with like bus routes and stuff like that. So you'd have to set that up. Um, there's another option on here when if you're not doing, say, so that's directions. So say you don't really care about seeing the roads as much and you just want to see a satellite image of the globe. This is where it starts to look kind of like Google Earth, and you can go around the globe and see different parts. And if it'll load for me, there we go. You can see different rivers and mountains and all sorts of stuff on here. So that's another thing that I really like about Google Maps or Apple Maps. I think they use Google though. Another thing that I like is anything that you want to look up in your area. So say I wanted to grab a burger at Five Guys, you just type in Five Guys, and it'll show you. It'll pinpoint all the locations of Five Guys burgers in my area. See, I live only four minutes away from one because I live right here near campus, but it shows you all the different locations that are around your area. And the other towns surrounding yours, which I find that very useful. And if you click on the link to the business, it'll show you a little picture the reviews, the phone number, the website, the address, how expensive it is, the hours, all sorts of stuff. And this is a plugin from Yelp. So Yelp, it can be very helpful when you're looking for restaurants or local businesses to go to. Um, Another feature that I find extremely fascinating for some reason, they introduced it like I think they introduced it around 4 years ago or so, 3 or 4 years ago. So if you go to a larger city, so I'm gonna select Atlanta again. If you go to a city and you zoom in on that town or the city, you can then select an option that says 3D here in the bottom right corner. And what it'll do is when you're in the downtown part of the city, it'll show you a 360 view of whatever city you want to travel to. So this way, if you're traveling or you have a business meeting or a vacation or you're going to a concert, no matter what it is, whenever you're visiting a big city, you'll be able to see where everything is and you can revolve around all of the different buildings so that you know where everything is and how to get there. And I find that extremely fascinating. Um, that's just a really interesting tool that I feel like could be used very often to make your traveling less stressful. Um, One last thing that I really like is any location or directions or anything like that that you want to share. You can go right here to the box with the pointing arrow up top, and you can email it, share it to social media, send a text message, add it to your favorites, send it. Since I have my iPad and my iPhone connected in the same area, I can instantly send it there and continue there. So there's a lot of cool features in Maps, and I feel like it's a program that a lot of people don't use that much, but it can be a lifesaver at times. I mean, there's a lot of cool features on here, and even if you just like to get on here and look around and explore the world, I mean, I might be kind of weird for enjoying to do that, but I mean, I feel like there's so many different places you can learn about and see their area and stuff and what they have to offer, and I just find maps to be extremely helpful in that sense, and I think it's a good tool. So when you're thinking of an idea for sharing a screen capture, just think of something that you use often or something that you know a decent amount about or something that interests you and record your screen for 5 minutes or so and show me that you can record your screen and that you know how to narrate while you're doing it. I hope you have fun with this assignment.